Hello again, all my fellow patriots and you filthy leftist stalkers out there, because I know you're there. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Angela Box. You're watching Angela's Soapbox, where I say what you're thinking. And before we begin, if you're not subscribed, please go ahead and, as they say, hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and do all the stuff YouTube tells you to do. And if this is your first time here, let me just nutshell what this is. If you like loudmouth opinionated blondes, you're gonna love me. So welcome back. And before we begin, as always, I like to dedicate a plastic straw, because I will always drink out of plastic straws, to a particular filthy leftist. And today's straw is dedicated to no other than Joe Biden's blonde hairy legs. Thanks for that visual, Joe. You're the best. More on you later, Uncle Joe. But let's start today with the big news of the day, which is, of course, Sen.Kneepads dropped out of the race. And before you ask, why, who's Sen.Kneepads? Well, come on now, Kamala. You know what you did, Kamala, to get to where you are now. You know, use what you got, girl. Do what you got to do to get where you need to go. But don't get on your high horse about being such a feminist, because you know how you got to where you were going. Because a certain former mayor of San Francisco also confirmed that that's exactly what happened. Now, Kamala, I was surprised, dropped out as early as she did, because I actually thought, you know, she checked a lot of Democrat boxes. She was mixed race, check. She had real good hair, check. She was attractive, check. She was full on board identity politics, check. She, in a debate without even asking, gave her pronouns. She turned to Chris Fredo and says, "Hi, I'm Senator Kamala Harris. My pronouns are she and her." And Chris Cuomo was like, "Yeah, so are mine." Fredo, you can't beat what Fredo said. It was great. But anyway, I thought she would go further than she did, but I guess there's only so much that lack of organization, being really crappy to your staff, having no discernible platform, and running away from your actual record will do. And never forget that Kamala Harris, when she was Attorney General of California, bragged about keeping innocent people in jail. Not guilty people. She bragged about people that were exonerated that she kept in jail for longer than they should have been kept in jail. That kind of goes against all the woke stuff that the Democrats preach, does it not? It does. So, adios knee pads. It's been swell. You will go to the graveyard of Democrat candidates along with Beto and his abused bar stools and tabletops. Kirsten Gillibrand. I'm a white lady Gillibrand. And whoever else has dropped out. I can't even remember all of them that dropped. Oh, the Blasio, Big Bird. Off with you, Kamala. Back to California to continue ruining that state. And as they like to say, and then there were 20 or 15 or however many they are now. It's going to be so nice when we get down to like just one or two lunatics to mock and disparage, won't it? Soon. Anyway, speaking of someone to mock and disparage, and I say this not in a, well, okay, Joe Biden. I think we need, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Joe Biden has now, there's been some more video unearthed of him from 2 years ago after the Corn Pop incident when he said he beat up a guy named Corn Pop, or he was about to beat up a guy named Corn Pop. It's now come to light that when he was a lifeguard, he liked to have the kids come and rub on his bushy, hairy legs that they all were marveling turned so blonde in the sun. And he liked to have children sitting on his lap a lot. What? And then, that same weekend, he was at a campaign stop. His wife, Jill, stuck out her finger, and what did Joe Biden do? He bit it. He bit her finger. What? This is the conversation that families have when grandma's doing crazy things like trying to run away and not bathing for herself and not cleaning and rambling on about things that happened 80 years ago and she still thinks she's there. And this is the conversation called, we need to put Nana in a home. And I think that's where we are with Joe Biden. Bless your heart, Joe. I want you to go all the way because I think Donald Trump will make mincemeat of you. But at this point, it's getting sad. I think, I say this in all sincerity, I think he might be getting senile. And I don't think I'm the only one who thinks that. So, you know, it's pretty sad that Joe Biden is still the Democrat frontrunner when he's such a, you know, again, one step off from Alzheimer's. That's where we're at right now. And I don't have pleasure saying that. It's the truth. So Democrats, keep doing what you're doing and go Joe all the way. No malarkey, Joe Biden. So also this week, and I wrote about it in angelasoapbox.com and on redpillpundit.com. Check the description bar down below. Please read it. Please share it. I do like to write a thing or two. I don't just run my mouth up here. But I talked about how the impeachment process is basically like we're in this never-ending Groundhog Day situation. Everyone knows the classic movie, Groundhog Day. Although my boyfriend's never seen it, which I find very, very strange. He also had never seen Silence of the Lambs. And when I showed it to him for the first time, the scene where, you know, he gets filleted in the cage, he had his covers up to his face like this. He was so scared. It was the cutest thing. Anyway, bless his heart for never seeing Groundhog Day. But anyway, we know what Groundhog Day means. It's the day that keeps repeating itself over and over and over again. And I feel like that's where we're at. And of course, in the movie, Bill Murray's character finally figures out that if he changes his ways, that things will start to change for him. And hopefully the day will go to February 3rd, which it does at the end of the movie, and everyone lives happily ever after. But we are stuck in this Groundhog Day. Now, again, Democrats, this week they're going on with the farce of the impeachment, the second phase of the impeachment. Jerry Nadler is finally going to get his chance to skewer Donald Trump in between eating cheeseburgers and burritos and whatever Jerry Nadler eats. Very loudly, I might add. Look that up. That's funny. But I feel like the Groundhog Day situation is that it just, the coup never stops. We know for a fact that everything that they have accused Donald Trump of doing, the Democrats have done. And when you have Chuck Todd last weekend on Meet the Press, basically berate Senator John Kennedy when he said, well, yeah, Ukraine was trying to help Hillary. We all know that. In fact, there was no fewer than 6 news stories that were written by you people, I mean mainstream media, that said the exact same thing, that Ukraine was trying to help Hillary. CrowdStrike's got the DNC server, and CrowdStrike is a Ukrainian company, a guy that hates Vladimir Putin. And I'll tell you why they won't give up that server, and I'll tell you why Democrats raise holy hell when Donald Trump mentioned that word CrowdStrike and mentioned getting to the bottom of where is that server and why didn't the FBI look at it. I'll tell you why. Hashtag, his name was Seth Rich. Whoops. And those of you who know who Seth Rich know exactly what I'm talking about. I think there's a whole lot of dirt on that server that somebody gave to Julian Assange, and I don't think it was Russia. Pretty sure it was an inside job. But the Democrats don't want the FBI to examine that. It's weird, right? And it's somewhere in the Ukraine. So again, we know that Ukraine was trying to help Hillary Clinton. We also know that Russia was feeding the Clinton campaign and the Obama administration dirt on the Trump campaign, which became the Steele dossier, which was completely invented and fake and completely unverified, but yet was used as the predicate to get not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 FISA warrants to spy on Carter Page and therefore the Trump campaign. So next week, the IGA report is coming out, and now we have our expectations have been tamped down, saying, you know, Horowitz, he's an Obama-appointed guy. He can't bring indictments. He can only, you know, put the facts out. And I hope what we're going to see is that Horowitz plays it straight. He tells the American people what happened. He explains what the Obama administration did through his FBI, through the CIA, and there's literally not a chance in hell that Barack Obama did not know what was going on, because any president would have to sign off on a counterintelligence operation, which is what it was when they tried to go after Trump. It's counterintelligence, not a criminal investigation. Anyway, I hope that Horowitz is very dispassionate and puts out the facts, and then Durham and Barr will take those facts and run with them to the bank, baby, because I think you and I both know that Barack Obama and James Comey and John Brennan, James Clapper, Hillary Clinton, Susan Rice, Joe Biden, Samantha Power, Nellie Orr, Bruce Orr, Glenn Simpson. Who am I forgetting? Oh, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page. We'll get back to Lisa in a minute. They have their filthy hands all over this. And they want to act like that they did nothing wrong and they were not actively, number one, destroying people's lives. We have people in jail for the rest of their lives for BS. And they did that. And they have no qualms about that. They tried to destroy President Trump. They tried to destroy anyone around him and causing so much angst and anxiety, which makes me again ask, where are these people's souls? If they knew what they were doing was a setup and a frame up, where is their common decency? Like there's no way on God's green earth I would ever undertake anything like that, to actively go out and destroy anybody, much less a political enemy. That would never even cross my mind, because I actually do believe in the golden rule, and I do believe in karma, and what goes around does come around. And I do believe if they go ahead and impeach, and I think Trump, he's hands off right now. He's like, do it. I wish you would. I wish you would impeach. I wish you would. Because when they do, guess where it goes? To the Senate. And then everything's going to come out. And I think that's when phase 3 will begin. And as a certain person likes to remind us, there is no phase 5. So whatever phase 3 is, and then phase 4, which hopefully will be a traitor's justice, will be coming for those people. But in the meantime, we are all stuck in Groundhog Day, courtesy of the Democrats and their filthy media. But say la vie. I'm sure next week I'll be back talking about this again, because again, we're in Groundhog Day. But in the meantime, I hope that everyone has a lovely week. Make sure to use lots of plastic straws when you drink. I will say this, not to be superfluous, I do reuse these straws. I do. You know what's funny? I also have had this thing for about, 8 million years. It's my water bottle. I actively in my life do things that conserve and act as a good steward of the earth, more than liberals probably do. But, whatever you can do in your own personal life, do it. But there really is nothing like tweaking the left. And by God, a plastic straw will piss off a leftist. So, as I always say to you, it is your solemn duty, it is your sacred duty to annoy, piss off, and thwart a leftist every day. And if it's a simple thing as drinking out of a straw in front of them, do it. Do it, girl. So I'll see you guys next week. Please make sure to subscribe and keep kicking butt and keep on keeping on, baby. Bye-bye.